Hello, students. I want to go over the directions for this week's article discussion assignment. So, this is the main page of the class, and here is the assignment on the right side. You can also find it in the pink folder, and there you see it. Okay. Now, anything that's highlighted in gray means that the teacher has not published. So, if you see something on my screen that looks different than yours, don't worry about it. All right, so here's the assignment. And you have an article that you're going to be reading um, for this assignment. So let's take a look and see. Let's look at the different steps. All right, so you're going to be accessing the link to the article below, and the link is found right here. That's going to take you actually to a Google site where the article has been posted. And that is in order to get rid of some of the ads in the original article, which is the Washington Post, but that post in the Google site is free of ads. So it's really nice. And then you're going to identify key vocabulary words and pre-read, scan the article. So practice close reading skills, such as looking for those words that are difficult. And if you can't figure them out by using your context clues, then look them up. It's really easy to do, especially with Google. All right, so my suggestion is look up the meaning of new words or read them in context to figure out the meaning. So, in other words, see how the words are being used, and maybe you can figure out the meaning like that. Read the article, paying attention to the main ideas. After reading the article, generate a response to the following prompt. In other words, answer this question the best way you can. What is the main idea of the article? Find a quotation that supports the main idea and explain. Use quotation marks. You're going to write your personal response or reaction and try to explain how this quote supports the main idea that the article is trying to convey. It's only about one paragraph, 5 to 7 sentences. We're going to look at my example below in just a minute. And the response is due on August 25th. That's next week, Tuesday. And then that's the first part. The second part is you are going to comment or reply to at least 2 classmates' posts. You're going to be using these sentence frames below. And that's going to be due on Tuesday, August 27th. Here are some discussion sentence starters. This is so that you can use academic language and reply to another classmate in a way that isn't negative or critical. And so you're going to just share your thoughts. And if there's something that you disagree with, it is perfectly fine. You do not have to agree with another person or even with the article, but do so using academic language, like saying, I disagree with fill in the blank because, okay? You can ask a question and say, so what you're saying is, okay, fill in the blank. And so I am confused when, okay, or that makes sense. I like to add. All right. And so these are ways in which you can offer your feedback in a very constructive manner. The link to the article is here. Click here to access the article. Okay. You're going to check it out. And the title is As Statues of Founding Fathers Topple, Debate Rages Over Where Protesters Should Draw the Line. Okay. So that title itself tells you a little bit of the main idea. Okay, and here below, I copied and pasted a quote from the article. I'm using quotation marks. Okay, and here's a quote I chose. We should all be careful and deliberate about which ones should go and which ones should stay with historical contextualization. And that's a big word. Okay, but it is a word that you can look up or see how it's being used. For example, here it's talking about context in history. In other words, what was going on at the time. Okay, obviously those were different times. And today we are living 200 years later. A lot has changed. And so the context is different. We're not saying it is right or wrong. We're just saying it's a different context. So here I offered my thoughts about the article. Okay. And so here I am identifying one of the main ideas of the article. Okay. The article does make a point of paying attention to historical contextualization. In other words, it tries to state that before destroying a whole bunch of statues, it is important to consider all sides, meaning how the statues are being portrayed. All right. And so these are my words. This is my connection to this quote. So please do not copy my answer. This is an example for you. All right. So here you see that after many students have had a chance to post their own response, you are going to reply. Okay. Reply to at least two people, two classmates. You can click like, okay, and reply. All right. And so my suggestion also is try to reply to people that don't already have a comment. All right. If you see someone that has like 5 different replies already, maybe look for a new person. All right. Thank you so much. And let me know if you guys have any questions.